Now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Wealth Management Advisory Club meeting. And yes, this is not a regular old WMA Club meeting. It's actually a spring break workshop spectacular edition. Yes, the e-board and I have decided that we'll be adding on 2 more chapters to our spring break workshop spectacular. Even though we are back in school for spring break, we decided, what the hell? Why don't we do it? So for chapter 11, you guys are going to be in for a treat. You guys will be learning about investment due diligence. So, you guys are ready? I know I'm most certainly ready. Let's get this party started, baby. All right. Let me just take a second to load this all up. It's good. I think this might be an hour long. Might be, because we're back in the groove of things. So, bear in mind, might make this an hour long, but you guys are here for a good time. Not for a long time, but for a good time. All righty, chapter 11, investment due diligence workshop for March 20th, 2023. Happy Monday, everyone. It's very weird that we are doing a bonus meeting on a Monday. We thought, why not? All right, so we have a lot to cover on our agenda today. So we're going to first talk about what is investment due diligence. Why is it important? We're also over the benefits of it. We're also cover the types of due diligence. We're also then going to go in depth about each of these. So financial due diligence, we're also talking the review of the financial statements, the analysis of financial projections, review of financial ratios, identification of key financial risks. Continuing off of that, we'll also have legal due diligence, the identification of potential legal liabilities, the analysis of compliance with regulations, and identification of any pending legal disputes. And then we will also then talk about operational due diligence, assessment of operation processes, evaluation of management team, identification of team of key operational risks, and the analysis of IT systems. And then finally, we'll be talking about commercial due diligence, market analysis, evaluation of competitive landscape, the assessment of growth opportunities, identification of key customers and supplier relations, the due diligence checklist, and the due diligence report. And they'll wrap it up like we always do here at our spring break workshop spectacular with our conclusion to wrap up everything. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. So let's first talk about what is investment due diligence. So investment due diligence is the process of thoroughly evaluating the financial, legal, operational, and commercial aspects of the potential investment before making a final decision. It involves conducting an in-depth analysis of the investment opportunity to identify potential risks, opportunity, and challenges that may affect the investment's performance. So now that we talked about why is it even important to wealth management? Well, the importance of investment due diligence cannot be overstated. It is a critical step in the investment process that helps investors make informed decisions, minimize risk, and maximize the returns. Through due diligence, investors can uncover hidden liabilities, identify potential deal breakers, and assess the investment's long-term viability. Additionally, it can provide investors with valuable insights into the investment's financial health, management team, and the growth potential. And investment due diligence also helps investors build trust and credibility with their stakeholders. By demonstrating a commitment to conducting thorough due diligence, investors can assure that their stakeholders that they are making informed decisions based on the sound analysis and evaluation. All right, so let's talk about some of the benefits of investment due diligence. So there are 6 of them. We're going to go over all of them in depth. Minimize risks. Due diligence helps investors identify and assess potential risks associated with an investment opportunity. By conducting thorough analysis and evaluation, investors can make informed decisions that minimize risks and increase their chances of success. Increase return on investment. By uncovering potential opportunities and assessing the investment's long-term viability, due diligence can help investors make better investment decisions that increase that return on investment or their ROI. Provides valuable insights. Due diligence provides investors with valuable insights into the investment's financial health, management team, and growth potential. This information can be used to make better investment decisions and assess the investment's long-term potential. Builds credibility. By demonstrating a commitment to conducting due diligence, investors can build trust and credibility within their stakeholders. This can help them secure future investment opportunities and establish a positive reputation in the investment community. Help negotiate better terms. Through due diligence, investors can identify potential deal breakers and negotiate better terms with the sellers or investor opportunity. This can help investors secure a better deal and increase their chances of success. And then finally, provides documentation. Due diligence provides investors with documentation of their analysis and evaluation, which can be used to justify their investment decisions and demonstrate their commitment to sound investment practices. All right, let's now talk a little bit about the types of investment due diligence. And there are 4 of them: financial, legal, operational, and commercial. In this workshop, we're going to go over all 4 of these in depth from start to finish. So you're getting the whole package here. You guys are not getting that small package, you're getting the big one. You know, like those big prizes you get at the carnival game, like the extra, like the large prizes, extra large. You're getting that prize, the extra large one. You're getting everything. All right, the first due diligence we'll talk about is financial due diligence. So financial due diligence is a type of due diligence that focuses on analyzing and evaluating the financial aspects of potential investment. The goal of financial due diligence is to assess the investment's financial health and identify any potential risks or opportunity that may affect the investment's performance. This process involves a detailed analysis of the financial statements, cash flow projections, historical financial performance, and other financial data. So why is it even important? Well, the importance of financial due diligence cannot be overstated. It provides investors with valuable insights into the investment's financial health, probability, and long-term viability. By conducting financial due diligence, investors can identify potential financial risks and assess the investment's financial performance. This information can help investors make informed decisions and negotiate better terms with the seller or investment opportunity. And there are some key financial documents to just review. We are going to talk about a couple of these. Actually, probably one of these we'll talk about. First off, financial statements. I think everyone should know this by now. If you are a sophomore, junior, that actually goes FDU, or actually in general, you should know this. This includes the balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow statement. I got to shout out to Dr. Collier for teaching me that. Actually, the 3 most important financial statements: balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. I remember when she said it, it was during my advanced accounting class, and it just stuck with me ever since then. So I want to shout out to her for making me remind me of that as I was doing my notes for this. These documents provide investors with information about the investment's financial performance, revenues, expenses, and cash flows. Tax returns. Reviewing tax returns can provide investors with insights into the investment's tax liabilities, potential tax risks, and compliance with tax laws. Budgets and forecasts. Analyzing budgets and forecasts can help investors assess the investment's growth potential and long-term financial performance. Contracts and agreements. Reviewing contracts and agreements can provide the investors with insights into the investment's financial obligations. And then finally, management accounts. These are internal financial reports prepared by the management team. Reviewing management accounts can provide investors with insights into the investment's financial performance and the management team's decision-making process. So let's go over a review about the financial statements. I know we talked about them we already talked about it a little bit, but let me go more in depth. The financial statements are critical documents that provide investors with information about the financial health and performance of a company. They're prepared by the company's management team, provide valuable insights into the company's revenues, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Financial statements are a crucial part of investment due diligence as they help investors assess the company's financial performance and identify potential risks and opportunities. So we're going to talk about now each of these statements, go more in depth. The first one we're talking about is the income statement. An income statement, also known as a profit or loss statement, depending on which variation you hear, is a financial statement that provides information about a company's revenues and expenses over a specific period, typically a quarter or a year. The income statement shows the company's net income or loss after deducting expenses from revenues. It provides investors with insights into the company's revenue streams, cost of goods sold, or COGS, abbreviated version of it, GP or gross profit, operating expenses, and net income or NI. We'll now talk about the balance sheet. The balance sheet is a financial statement that provides information about a company's assets, liabilities, and equity, or stockholders' equity if you're accounting majors. Obviously, you'll hear stockholders' equity. Finance majors, you'll just hear equity. You know, just to make sure you guys know what I mean by those at a specific point in time. The balance sheet provides investors with insights into the company's financial position and its ability to meet its financial obligations. It includes information about the company's current and long-term assets, such as cash, accounts receivable, inventory, property, and equipment. And I can just tell you guys right now, straight up from all of these I just read, these are all assets. And property equipment can actually be listed as PPE, property, plant, and equipment. Shout out to, I believe it was Professor McGregor actually taught me that in IFA 1. It also includes information about the company's current and long-term liabilities, such as accounts payable, loans, and long-term debt. The difference between the company's asset and liabilities represents its equity. Obviously, if you learn this from Intro to Financial Accounting, you should learn this by now. It's very, very easy. And then the cash flow statement. So cash flow statement is a financial statement that provides information about a company's cash inflows and outflows over a specific period of time. The cash flow statement shows how much cash the company has generated from its operations, investment activities, and financing activities. It provides investors with insights into the company's ability to generate its cash and its liquidity. The cash flow statement includes information about the company's net income, depreciation, change in working capital, capital expenditures, and the financing activities. All right, let's now talk a little bit now about the analysis of the financial projections, just to go a little depth. So financial projections are forward-looking estimates of a company's future financial performance based on historical data and assumption. They are an essential part of investment due diligence as they provide investors with insights into a company's potential future performance and help investors make informed investment decisions. And analyzing these financial projections, it is crucial in investment due diligence. And for purposes, I want to say investment due diligence, we're saying that a lot today. I'm going to abbreviate it as IDD. So if you guys hear me say IDD, that is investment due diligence. Just use the acronyms or abbreviations, as it helps investors assess the potential financial performance of an investment opportunity. Financial projections provide investors with valuable insights into a company's expected future revenue, expenses, and cash flow. By analyzing financial projections, investors can identify any potential risks and opportunities associated with the investment opportunity and make informed decisions. So here's some key components of the financial projections. So 4 of them we're going to talk about, and also 1 we're going to talk about assumptions. So the first one being revenue projections. This is very straightforward. Revenue projections are estimates of a company's future sales revenue. They're typically based on historical sales data, market research, and assumptions about the future market conditions. Expense projections. Expense projections are estimates of a company's future expenses, including cost of goods sold, COGS, operating expenses, and capital expenditures. They're based on historical expense data, industry benchmark, and assumption about the future market condition, just like revenue projections. Cash flow projections. Cash flow projections are estimates of a company's future cash inflows and outflows. They provide investors with insights into the company's ability to generate cash and its liquidity. Profit projections. Profit projections are estimates of a company's future profitability. They provide investors with insights into the company's potential future earnings and profitability. And finally, assumptions. Assumptions are a critical component of financial projections as they are used to make estimates about the future market conditions, customers' behavior, and other factors that may impact the company's financial performance. So for any of you who've been living under a rock, do not know what the financial ratios are, and if you are a freshman, you're going to learn this right now, obviously. If you have not taken your, I think at FDU, I know we take Intro to Financial Accounting, Intro to Managerial Accounting. I know that all business majors have to take that, so you're going to learn them here. So, you'll be prepared for when you go into class, say, hey, I learned this at the WMA club meeting. So financial ratios are calculations that provide investors with insights into a company's financial performance and position. They're derived from the company's financial statements, like we talked about earlier, and they are used to analyze and compare the company's financial performance to industry benchmarks or competitors. Financial ratios are an essential part of IDD as they provide investors with valuable insights into a company's financial health. So here's some key financial ratios to just review. And for some of you, this is probably the first time you're hearing about these. So, whoop-de-doo. And I think we might have talked about these in one of our previous workshops. We might have talked about them, probably not our spring break workshop spectacular, but I don't know. But again, I might be right or wrong. If you guys think I'm right, or if I am wrong, please put in the comments section below this meeting. All right, so liquidity ratios. So these are ratios that measures a company's ability to meet its short-term financial obligations. Examples include the current ratio, which measures a company's ability to pay its current liabilities with its current assets. Profitability ratios. These are ratios that are measured to measure a company's ability to generate profits. Examples include the gross profit margin, GPM, which measures the percentage of revenue that remains after deducting the COGS, cost of goods sold. Efficiency ratios. These ratios measure how effectively a company is using its resources. Examples include inventory turnover, which measures how many times a company's inventory is sold and replaced within a given period of time. Debt ratios. Debt ratios, they're basically simple. They measure a company's ability to meet its long-term financial obligations. Examples include the debt to equity ratio, or the D/E ratio, which measures the proportion of debt to equity in a company's capital structure. And then finally, valuation ratios. These ratios measure a company's valuation compared to its financial performance. Example to this is basically the price to earnings ratio, or the P/E ratio, which measures a company's stock price, compare that to the earnings per share of the EPS. So why is it important to analyze financial ratios? Well, analyzing these ratios, it is critical, as it helps investors assess a company's financial health and position. Financial ratios provide investors with valuable insights into a company's liquidity, profitability, efficiency, debt, and valuation, like we talked about earlier. By analyzing these ratios, investors can identify any potential risk or opportunities associated with the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. And additionally, these ratios can be used to compare the company's financial performance to industry benchmarks or competitors, providing investors with additional insight into the company's relative performance. So let's now talk about the identification of key financial risks. So financial risks are potential events or situations that may negatively impact a company's financial performance or position. Financial risks can arise from various sources, such as market conditions, operational issues, or external events that are out of our hands. Identifying and managing financial risks is critical in IDD, as it helps investors assess potential risks associated with the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. And here are some examples of key financial risks. Now, I'm not going to talk about all these because we did talk about risk management and we did touch on all these risks. So you guys want to watch that meeting, go watch that after this meeting. Because I have gone in depth about all these. However, if you do want to see more in-depth version of this, obviously, once this workshop spectacular is over, which will be tomorrow, unfortunately, I will send you guys a folder that includes all the workshops we did for this workshop spectacular. And I'll send you guys the mega workshop ones because I forgot to do that. So my bad. I will send you both of those. They're on viewed only, and you'll review the speaker notes of all of these slides. So again, I'm not going to go over this one because we already talked about it in our risk management workshop. Go watch that after this. So why is it important for key financial risk? Well, identifying financial risk is crucial in IDD, as it helps investors assess potential risks associated with the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. By identifying these risks, investors can develop strategies to manage or mitigate these risks, which can help reduce potential losses and increase the investment's chances of success. Additionally, identifying these risks can help investors negotiate better terms with the seller or investment opportunity and build trust and credibility with their stakeholders. Overall, identifying financial risk is an essential step in IDD that should not be overlooked. All right. That was a lot we talked about there. Let me just take a water break. All right. We're up to our second due diligence, which is legal. So we have the town. It looks like a townhouse here, like a picture of it. Legal, court system, or in the court. All right. So legal due diligence is the process of reviewing and analyzing the legal aspects of potential investment opportunity. It involves a thorough examination of legal documents, contracts, and agreements to identify any potential legal risks, liabilities, or obligations associated with the investment. Legal due diligence is a critical part of investment due diligence, as it helps investors assess the legal implications of the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. So why is it important? Well, basically, it is essential because it helps investors identify any potential legal risks, liabilities, or obligations associated with the investment opportunity. And it also provides investors with valuable insights into the investment's legal structure, ownership, and regulatory compliance. And by conducting LDD, which I will abbreviate for this part of the present workshop, LDD, legal due diligence, investors can assess the legal implications of the investment opportunity and develop strategies to manage or mitigate potential legal risks. Additionally, LDD can help investors negotiate better terms with the seller or investment opportunity and build trust and credibility with their stakeholders. And here's some key documents just to review about, when doing legal due diligence. Corporation documents, contracts and agreements, regulatory documents, litigation and claims, and intellectual property documents. I will talk about intellectual property documents in just a little bit, but not in this part because it actually does play a bigger role in one of our due diligence we'll talk about today. So let's now talk about the identification of potential legal liabilities. So potential legal liabilities are legal risks or obligations that may arise from a company's past, present, or future activities. They may include contractual obligations, regulatory compliance, litigation, or other legal disputes. Identifying potential legal liabilities is critical in IDD, as it helps investors assess the legal risk associated with the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. And here are the importance of reviewing legal agreements. And here are some points I made there. Like I said earlier, basically like that: contractual obligations, regulatory compliance, litigation, intellectual property infringement, and employment disputes. And here's some key legal agreements to review. Identifying potential legal risks is crucial in investment due diligence, as it helps investors assess the legal risk associated. Oh, geez. I apologize. That actually supposed to be swapped. Wow, our first mishap here in our workshop spectacular. So this was actually not the importance of reviewing legal agreements. Those are actually the key legal agreements. So I will swap these around when I do make the edits. So I do apologize for the misconfusion, but Though this is the key legal agreements to review, and this is the importance of reviewing legal agreements. So rewind back to importance of reviewing legal documents. Identifying potential legal liabilities is crucial in IDD as it helps investors assess the legal risks associated with the investment opportunity and make informed investment decisions. By identifying potential legal liabilities, investors can develop strategies to manage or mitigate these risks, which can help reduce potential losses and increase the investment's chances of success. Additionally, identifying potential legal liabilities can help investors negotiate better terms with the seller or investment opportunity and build trust and credibility with their stakeholders. And basically, it is a key step that should not be overlooked. And then here are the key legal agreements to review, which are contractual obligations, regulatory compliance, litigation, intellectual property infringement, and employment disputes. Again, I will have this fixed when we are done with our spring break workshop spectacular. I will fix this part, and then you guys will have the most updated version of our slides. So I do apologize on our end. So let's now talk about the analysis of compliance with regulations. So regulations are rules or laws that are set by governments or regulatory bodies to control, monitor, and govern certain activities in different industries. The primary objective of regulations is to protect public health and safety, preserve the environment, and ensure fair competition in various markets. They cover a wide range of areas, including finance, healthcare, education, food, and drug safety, and many, many more, which I will not list all because I want to bore you guys out to death about it. So why is it important of compliance with regulations? Well, compliance with regulations is essential for individuals and organizations as it helps to avoid legal, financial, and reputational risks. You guys want to hear about those? Go watch our risk management workshop that we did back in February, if you guys want to go more in depth about that. Non-compliance can lead to severe penalties, including fines, legal actions, and in some cases, imprisonment. Moreover, non-compliance can damage the reputation of individuals and organizations and negatively impact their relationships with the customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders. And here's some key regulations to review. So basically, I think probably only two of them we mentioned here, WMA Club. I think we only mentioned anti-money laundering. If you remember which workshop we did during our Spring Break Workshop Spectacular, I did mention this. And whoever figures that out, puts in the comment section below, you get it right, and then we'll give you a prize. Yeah. But I will talk about all of these regulations by an order. So we have the GDPR, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, which is a regulation established by the European Union, the EU, to protect the personal data of individuals within the EU. It applies to all organizations that processes personal data of EU citizens, regardless of where they're located. Now, Sarbanes-Oxley Act. Now, most of you finance and accounting majors, if you are probably sophomore, if you do AIS here at FDU, sophomore, you should know this. However, freshmen, you probably will never have learned this. But for your information, SOX is a U.S. federal law that was enacted to protect investors from fraudulent accounting activities by corporations. It applies to all publicly traded companies, like, for example, like a publicly traded company, Apple, Tesla, Rumble. If anyone gets that joke, pat yourself in the back for that. If anyone knows that joke. It applies to all publicly traded companies in the U.S. and requires them to implement strict financial reporting procedures and internal controls. We also then have HIPAA, HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. HIPAA is a U.S. federal law that was enacted to protect the privacy and security of individuals' healthcare information. It applies to all healthcare providers, health plans, and healthcare clearinghouses that process or store protected health information. We have the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards, so the PCI DSS is a set of security standards that governs the processing, storage, and transmission of all credit card data. It applies to all organizations that accept credit card payments, regardless of the size and location. And then anti-money laundering, AML. We talked about this in one of our workshops for our Spring Break Workshop Spectacular. I'm not going to tell you which one that is because it's part of our little contest. So go find it and put it in the comment section of this video, and you will win a prize. You have to go to FDU, obviously. If you do not go to FDU, then sorry, doesn't apply to you. But it'll be nice to, you learn to do it. So AML regulations are a set of laws and regulations aimed at preventing and detecting money laundering activities. They apply to all financial institutions, including banks, insurance companies, and money service businesses. All right, so let's now talk about identification of any pending legal disputes. So legal disputes refer to disagreements or conflicts between two or more parties that require legal intervention to resolve. These disputes can arise in various contexts, such as, for example, business transactions, employment relationships, personal injury claims, and many others. Legal disputes can involve civil or criminal matters and may result in court proceedings or alternative dispute resolution mechanisms such as arbitration or mediation. So why is it important? Well, identifying legal disputes is essential for individuals and organizations as it allows them to understand their legal rights and obligations to take appropriate steps to protect their interests. Failure to identify legal disputes can result in legal and financial consequences, including lawsuits, damages, and loss of reputation. And here's some key legal disputes to review, which first off, we have contractual dispute. I think it's very easy. You dispute over a contract. But to go more in depth, this arises when there is a disagreement or breach of a contract between parties. Contractual disputes can occur in various contexts: employment agreements, commercial contracts, and real estate transactions. Real estate. We might be doing that as a future workshop here at WMA Club. Look at our social media pages to find out. We will. Employment disputes. These arise between employers and employees and may include issues such as discrimination, harassment, wrongful termination, and wages and hourly violations. Intellectual property disputes. So now I'm really going to talk about this, intellectual property. These arise when there is a conflict over ownership or infringement of intellectual property rights, such as patents, trademarks, or copyrights. Personal injury disputes. These arise when an individual is injured due to the negligence or intentional actions of another party. Personal injuries. Dispute can include car accidents, medical malpractice, and product liability claims. And then criminal disputes. These arise when individuals are accused of committing a crime and legal action is taken against them by the government. All right, now up to the third one. We're only halfway there, guys. So, all right. The third one, operational due diligence, or ODD, as I'm going to abbreviate it. So operational processes refer to the series of steps and procedures that an organization follows to produce goods or services, manage resources, and deliver value to its customers. Operational processes are essential for smooth functioning of an organization and include various activities such as product design, production, inventory management, distribution, customer service, and many others. So why is it important? Well, basically assessing operational processes is crucial for organizations as it allows them to identify potential areas of improvement and increase efficiency, productivity, and customer satisfaction. The assessment process involves reviewing the organization's current operational processes and identifying areas where changes can be made to improve the performance and reduce costs. It may include analyzing data, conducting interviews, and observing processes. So here are some key operational documents to go over. Now, obviously, we did talk about a couple of these, but we're going to go more in depth on some of them. Productional processes. These refer to the steps involving creating goods or services, including product design, procurement, manufacturing, quality control. Inventory management processes. These refer to procedures involved in managing inventory levels, including ordering, receiving, storing, and tracking inventory. Distribution processes. These refer to the procedures involved in delivering goods or services to customers, including ordering, processing, shipping, and logistics. Customer service processes. These refer to the procedures involved in providing assistance to customers, including handling complaints, inquiries, and returns. So basically, if you go on the phone every time and you have to argue that, your iPhone is not working and to call up Apple customer support, that's basically what customer service process is, as an example. And then finally, information technology processes. These refer to procedures involved in managing an organization's technology infrastructure, including software and hardware maintenance, data security, and network management. So let's now talk about the assessment of operational processes. So management team evaluation refers to the process of assessing an organization's leadership team, including their skills, experience, and effectiveness in achieving the organization's goals. The evaluation process may include analyzing the team's performance, conducting interviews, and collecting feedback from stakeholders. So why is this even important to operational due diligence? Well, evaluating the management team is critical as it allows them to identify potential areas of improvement and ensure the team has the skills and knowledge necessary to lead the organization's success. The evaluation process helps organizations to assess the team's strengths and weaknesses, develop strategies to address any shortcomings, and make informed decisions about leadership appointments and succession planning. And some key operational process review, which are the following: leadership style. The management team's leadership style is critical in influencing the organization's culture, values, and goals. Evaluating the team's leadership style can help determine whether it's aligned with the organization's vision and values or it isn't. Experience and expertise. Evaluating the management team's experience and expertise is crucial in determining whether they have the knowledge and skills required to lead the organization successfully. This includes evaluating their experience in managing similar organizations, the knowledge of their industry, and technical experience. The team dynamics. As the old saying goes, there's no I in team. Everyone's the pitch in. Like our WMA Club board. Shout out to them. Evaluating the management team's dynamics helps to identify any conflicts or issues that may affect the team's effectiveness. This includes evaluating how well the team works together, communication, decision-making, and conflict resolution, which I can tell you right now, our team dynamic here at WMA Club is absolutely fantastic. Performance management. Evaluating the management team's performance management practices helps to determine whether the team has effective processes in place to monitor and evaluate the organization's performance and make informed decisions. And finally, succession planning. Evaluating the management team's succession planning process helps determine whether the team has a clear plan for leadership appointment and development, ensuring continuity and stability in the organization's leadership. All right, so let's now talk about the evaluation of management team. So operational risks are risks associated with the organization's internal processes, people, and systems that may affect the achievement of its objectives. These risks may arise from various areas, including the governance, compliance, financial management, information technology, human resources, and environmental social governance, ESG, as the abbreviation. Operational risk can lead to financial losses, damage to the organization's reputation, legal and regulatory sanctions, and disruptions to operations. So why is it important to evaluate management team? Well, basically identifying these risks is crucial for organizations and allow them to take appropriate steps to mitigate or manage these risks effectively. By identifying potential risks, organizations can implement appropriate controls and procedures to reduce the likelihood of the impact of these risks. Failure to identify and manage operational risks can reduce its significant financial reputational losses and affect the organization's ability to achieve its goals. So basically, here are some key factors to consider when evaluating management team. So human error. Errors made by employees or management can result in operational failures, financial losses, and reputational damage. Cybersecurity threats. Cybersecurity risks can include data breaches, theft of sensitive information, and unauthorized access to systems, leading to financial losses and damages to the organization's reputation. Business continuity risks. These risks include natural disasters, technology failures, and supply chain disruptions that can lead to the operational disruptions and financial losses. For example, in a technology failure, ChatGPT is down today. If you guys look at the news, it was down today. Regulatory compliance risks. These risks arise from non-compliance with legal and regulatory requirements and can lead to legal and financial penalties and damages to the organization's reputation. And third-party risks. These risks arise from the actions of third-party vendors or suppliers, including data breach, fraud, and compliance failures. All right, so let's now talk a little bit about analysis of the IT system, because IT does play a huge part in not only accounting, but also finance, and even in wealth management, it does play a huge part. So IT systems, or information technology systems, refers to the collection of hardware, software, and network components that are used to process, store, and transmit data into information within an organization. IT systems can include enterprise resource planning, ERP systems, CRM systems, customer relation management, and supply chain management, SCM systems, and many others. If you are a sophomore at FDU Silberman, you're an accounting major, you are going to learn, I believe, learn this in AIS, which is accounting information systems. If you do go to FDU, you're going to learn that. If not, then just disregard what I just said there. So, all right. So why is it important for analyzing IT systems? Well, basically it's essential because it allows them to ensure that the systems are operating efficiently, effectively, and in compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. And IT system analysis helps organizations identify potential security risks, system vulnerabilities, and other potential issues that may affect the organization's operations. And here's some key components of IT systems. And I think most of you guys have probably heard this already, but if you don't, let me educate you on this. Hardware. Hardware components of IT systems, including servers, workstations, laptops, like my laptop I'm doing this meeting on, mobile devices like your phone, your tablet, like mobile tablet, printers, and other equipment used to process and store data. Software. Software components of IT systems, including operating systems like, for example, Microsoft Windows and Apple Mac OS. As an example, and Apple iOS as an example of what software is. Applications like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, as an example, and utilities to perform specific functions such as data processing, data storage, and data analysis. Networking. Networking components of IT systems include local area networks, LAN. If your parents probably dealt with that in their time. In our time, it's usually Wi-Fi. Wide area networks, WAN, and the internet, which is basically Wi-Fi, which are used to connect and transfer data between different components of the system. Data storage. Data storage components of IT systems include databases, file servers, and other storage devices that are used to store and manage data. And then finally, security. Security components of IT systems include firewall, antivirus softwares, intrusion detection systems, and other security measures used to protect data and information from unauthorized access, threat, theft, or damage. All right, we are on the last diligence. Oh my. All right. Commercial due diligence, or CDD, as I will abbreviate it for this part of the workshop. So commercial due diligence refers to the process of reviewing and evaluating an organization's commercial operations, including its market position, competitor, customer base, and growth potential. The primary objective of CDD is to assess the organization's commercial viability, growth potential, and revenue generating capabilities. So why is it important in due diligence, in investment due diligence? Well, CDD is critical for investors, potential business partners, and regulators who want to assess an organization's commercial prospects before investing, partnering, or regulating. The process involves a thorough examination of an organization's commercial operations, including market analysis, customer insight, and competitive landscape analysis. And the importance of this lies in the ability to identify potential risks and opportunities in an organization's commercial operations. By conducting commercial due diligence, or CDD, investors and other stakeholders can gain a deeper understanding of the organization's commercial viability, growth potential, and revenue generating capabilities. This allows them to make informed decisions about investment, partnership, and regulatory matters. Here's some key commercial documents to review, which I will talk about all of these. And we already talked about one of these today, financial statements. So I won't really go over them already. If you guys want to watch that, after this gets uploaded on YouTube, you guys can rewind it back to the part we talked about financial due diligence and learn about that again. So market research reports. These reports provide an overview of the organization's target market or the niche market. If anyone's a marketing major, you probably have heard that before, including size, growth, potential, and competition. The customer's insights. These include customer feedback, satisfaction surveys, and other data sources that provide insight into customer preferences, behaviors, and needs. Like, for example, I know, I think we did this when I had intro to marketing. I think I did this for my class. I think we did a survey that was conducted by FDU as an example of customer insight and feedback. And like, for example, when Sergio sends you guys those PDP events surveys, that is considered an example of customer insights as an example, which are actually I'm going to put them two together. So shout out Sergio. I'm able to use you as an example for this. Competitive analysis. This includes an analysis of the organization's competitors, their strengths and weaknesses, and their market share. So basically the SWOT analysis, if you guys learned that in marketing, basically that. And then sales and marketing tools. These materials provide insight into the organization's sales and marketing strategies, including product offerings, pricing, and promotional activities like promo codes and all other good stuff. All right, let's talk about market analysis. So market analysis refers to the process of collecting and analyzing data about a specific market to identify trends, opportunities, and threats. The objective of market analysis is to provide insight into the target market, including the size, growth potential, competitor and customer needs, and preferences. So why is it important? Well, basically, it's important because it allows them to understand their target market or their niche market and make informed decisions about marketing, product development, and strategic planning. By conducting market analysis, organizations can identify potential opportunities and threats, assessing the viability of their products and services, and develop effective marketing strategies. And here's some key factors to consider when conducting market analysis. So the market size and growth potential. Evaluating the size of the target market and its growth potential helps organizations understand the size of the opportunity and the potential revenue that can be generated. Competition, as you're going to see in life, and everything in life is a competition. For me, that's basically my MO. If you guys know me from the very beginning, that's basically my MO. But I'm trying to change that at least on my end. I'm trying to change that. Assessing the competition within the target market helps organizations understand their market position and identify potential threats and opportunities. The customer's needs and preferences. Understanding customers' needs and preferences is critical for developing products and services that meet their needs and preferences and for developing efficient market strategies. Economic and market trends. Evaluating economic and market trends helps organizations understand the current and future state of the target market and identify potential areas and threats. Regulatory and legal environment. Assessing the regulatory and legal environment helps organizations understand any potential legal and regulatory constraints that may affect their operations in the target market. All right, let's now talk about the evaluation of competitive landscape. So competitive landscape evaluation refers to the process of analyzing an organization's competitors to understand their strengths, weaknesses, and market position. The objective of competitive landscape evaluation is to identify potential opportunities and threats and develop effective strategies to gain a competitive advantage in the market. So why is this important? Well, basically evaluating it is critical because it allows us to understand the market's dynamics, identify potential threats and opportunities, and develop effective strategies to gain a competitive advantage. By analyzing their competitors, organizations can identify their unique selling propositions, understand their target audience, and develop marketing and sales strategies that differentiate their offerings from those of their competitors. And here's some key factors to consider when evaluating the competitive landscape. Market share. Evaluating the market share of competitors helps organizations understand their position in the market and identify potential opportunities and threats. Strengths and weaknesses. Analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of competitors helps organizations understand their competitors' unique selling propositions and areas where they need to differentiate them, where they actually differentiate themselves. Price strategy. Understanding competitors' pricing strategies helps organizations develop pricing strategies that are competitive and effective. Product offers. Analyzing competitors' product offerings helps organizations understand their targets, audience, and develop product offerings that differentiate their products from those of their competitors. And then marketing and sales strategies. Evaluating competitors' marketing and sales strategy helps organizations develop effective strategies to gain a competitive advantage. So let's talk about the assessment of growth opportunities. So growth opportunities assessment refers to the process of analyzing an organization's potential for growth, including identifying potential opportunities for expanding their business, including increasing revenue and improving profitability. The objective of growth opportunities assessment is to identify potential areas for growth and develop effective strategies to capitalize on these opportunities. So why is this important? Basically, it allows them to identify potential areas for growth and develop effective strategies to capitalize on these opportunities. By analyzing the market, or analyzing their market to be exact, customers, competitors, and industry trends, organizations can identify potential opportunities and develop strategies to increase revenue, expand their business, and improve profitability. And here's some key factors to consider when assessing the growth opportunity. The market potential. Evaluating the market potential helps organizations understand the size of the opportunity and potential revenue that can be generated. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about customers using premises because we already talked about them already, but I will talk about the other three. The competitive landscape. Analyzing the competitive landscape helps organizations understand their marketing position and identify potential opportunities for differentiation and gain a competitive advantage. Industry trends. Evaluating industry trends helps organizations identify potential opportunities for growth and develop strategies to capitalize on these trends. And finally, financial performance. Assessing the organization's financial performance helps to identify the potential areas for improvement and develop strategies to improve the profitability and financial performance. So here's the identification of key customer and supplier relations. So key customer-supplier relations refers to the strategic partnership that an organization has established with most of its significant customers and suppliers. These relationships are very, very crucial for the success of the organization as they impact revenue, costs, and the overall business operations entirely. So again, why is this important? Well, I just explained it, but to go more in depth on that, it's critical for most organizations as it allows them to understand the most important business partners and develop strategies to maintain and strengthen these relationships. By identifying their most significant customer suppliers, organizations can prioritize their efforts, develop personalized strategies, and ensure that these partners receive the high level of service and attention. Here's some key factors to consider when identifying key customer-supplier relations. Revenue. Evaluating the revenue generated from each customer and the supplier helps organizations understand the significance of each partnership and identify potential areas of growth. Market share. Assessing the market share of customers and suppliers helps the organizations understand their market position and develop strategies to gain a competitive advantage. Strategic importance. Understanding the strategic importance of each customer and supplier helps organizations prioritize their efforts and ensure that these partners receive the highest level of service and attention. Risk management. Identifying key customer-supplier relationships helps organizations manage potential risks associated with these partnerships, including financial risk, legal risk, and reputational risk. And then performance metrics. Developing performance metrics for each customer and supplier helps organizations measure the success of these partnerships and identify potential areas for improvement. So we reached not quite the end yet, but we're getting there. We're like probably 85 or 90% done with this. For that. Let's now go through the due diligence checklist. So the due diligence process is a comprehensive review and evaluation of an organization's operation, financials, legal and regulatory compliance, market position, and other key factors. The objective of due diligence in general is to provide a detailed understanding of the organization's operations and identify any potential risks and opportunities associated with the potential investment, merger, acquisition, or other business transactions. And the due diligence process typically involves several steps, which they're actually just four, the fabulous 4 steps: planning, information gathering, analysis and evaluation, and reporting. I'm going to go over all of these right now in depth. First step being planning, defining the scope and objectives of the due diligence process, identifying key stakeholders, and establishing a timeline and budget. Second step being information gathering, collecting and analyzing data and information related to the organization operations, financials, legal and regulatory compliance, market positioning, and other key factors. Third step being analysis and evaluation, analyzing the data and information collected during the information gathering stage to identify the potential risks and opportunities associated with the potential transaction. And then finally, it's very easy, reported to your stakeholders. Preparing a detailed report that summarizes the findings of a due diligence process and present recommendations for the potential transaction. So here's a list of key items just to review that you need to review. Your financial statements and reports, which again, those 3 most important statements in the financial statements: balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements, and also financial projections. The legal and regulatory compliance, for example, like contracts, license, permits, and other legal documents. Operational documents, for example, policies, procedures, and internal controls, which you'll learn about internal controls in AIS if you are an accounting major, it's up to you. Marketing and sales material, which, for example, include customers' data and market research reports. And then finally, information technology systems, including hardware, software, and network components. So now the due diligence report. Oh, sorry. Before that, I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. So the importance of it, it's important for several reasons, because it allows stakeholders to review and evaluate the findings and recommendations of the due diligence process. It provides a record of due diligence process, which can be useful in the event of legal or regulatory issues related to the potential transaction, and then documenting findings that can help ensure that any potential risks and opportunities associated with the potential transaction are identified and addressed appropriately. All right, now we're in due diligence report. And I have to put this I actually have to update the font on here, so I apologize for that. But I hope you guys can see it. So the due diligence report is the purpose of it actually is provide a comprehensive analysis of a particular topic or issue, present findings and recommendations in a clear and organized manner. Reports are typically used to inform decision-making, share information, or communicate complex ideas. And some key components of the due diligence report are simple. The executive summary, which is a brief summary of the report's findings and recommendations. The introductory. And all papers you guys have done, it could be in English, it could be business, there has to be an introductory paragraph or an introductory statement, which basically is an overview of the topic or issue being analyzed and the objectives of the report. The methodology, which is a description of the methods and tools used to collect and analyze the data information. The analysis, a detailed analysis of the data and information collected, including charts, graphs, and other visual aids to support the analysis. Findings, a presentation of the report's key findings and conclusions. Recommendations, which is a list of them based on the report's findings, including actionable steps that can be taken to address any issues or capitalize on any opportunities. And then finally, the conclusion statement or the conclusion paragraph, a summary of the report's key findings and recommendations. So here's some best practices for writing the due diligence report. You better make sure you define the purpose and objectives of the report at the outset. You want to make sure you use clear and concise language to communicate the ideas and findings. You want to make sure you organize the report logically with headings and subheadings to help the reader navigate the content. Believe me, if you guys don't know me, I am a neat freak. I am organized. I'm so OCD that it's not even funny. Like I actually am like so organized. Like everything, like even on my OneDrive, everything's like organized. So again, please build organization skills when you're in college, if you have not done so already. Using visual aids such as charts, graphs, and tables to present data and information in a clear and accessible manner. Citing sources appropriately, providing a bibliography or reference list at the end of each report, or in this case, like a works cited list, if you think about it like that. Proofreading the report carefully to ensure accuracy and clarity. Obviously, use spell check. Make sure you use that. And then formatting the report in a professional and visually appealing manner with the consistent font and spacing throughout. So, for example, Times New Roman 12-point font and double spaced example. So, in conclusion of what we talked about today in this workshop, investment due diligence is a critical process in the investment world. It involves the evaluation of potential investments, financial, legal, operational, and commercial aspects. Through this workshop, we've discussed the different types of investment due diligence, the key documents and factors to review, and the importance of document findings. By conducting investment due diligence, investors can make informed decisions, mitigate risk, and identify potential opportunities. We encourage all of our members, and when one day you guys become investors, take the time to conduct proper due diligence on their future investments to ensure the best possible outcomes. And that is it for chapter number 11. I hope you guys enjoyed this workshop as much as I did. So leave a like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Obviously, for all of our members, tomorrow we have a meeting. It will be in person. Yes, our first in-person meeting back from spring break in the mansion, room 13 in Metro, will be Dixon Hall, room 1170, Zoom and WMA Club socials, as well as will be our final chapter of our spring break workshop spectacular. And we actually saved one up that I never thought we would do. And it's actually going to be personal finance management. You may have heard of this because if you go to FDU, if you go to the self-service page, and you want to sign up for a course, one of the courses that they have is personal finance management. And we thought, why not? Let's do a workshop on that. So that's what we're going to do for tomorrow. The meeting is going to be at 6 p.m. in the mansion, room 13, on Florham campus, Metro, Dixon Hall, room 1170, Zoom, WMA Club socials as optional as well. And with that, that is it. Until tomorrow, we will see you all tomorrow. And yes, I will be dressing up for that because I will be presenting in person. So again, I apologize we had to do this virtually, but you know, things happen. And yeah, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.